Hey, what do you say, YouTubers? Welcome to the channel. Hey, today we have the Vevor 1/24th scale Jeep rock crawler. This thing looks pretty nice. Got a lot of nice scale details on it. And anybody who's been online has heard of Vevor by now. I mean, they sell everything from home goods to tools to now RC trucks. So we're going to tear into this thing and see what it's all about. After that, we're going to take it out for a little rock crawl and a little trail walking. And when we come back, we're going to go through our scoring system, see how it stacks up to the SCX24s. So stick around. You're not going to want to miss it. All right, guys, we're going to go outside and take this thing for a blast. But first, let's go through everything on this truck first. Looking at it right off the bat, I mean, you can see the body is really nice. Got a lot of scale bits on it, door handles, mirrors, pod lights, light bar, windshield wipers, molded grille, molded fenders, spare tire, rear lenses. The body looks pretty nice. Metal gear transmission, metal gear differentials, ball bearings throughout, aluminum transmission motor plate. It looks pretty good. We'll see. I think it might be a little bit top heavy. It looks like it's going to be, just because of the battery placement. It looks like the battery, there's no place to mount it, so I was going to have to mount up high, and it's going to end up here in the back of the truck. So we'll see once we get it together and get it out there on the trail. So anyway, let's hit the trail. It's a little top heavy, to be expected, because of all the scale details. That safari rack and the spare tire, I'm sure that's a lot. It feels already like it has, yes, it's hung up on a stick. It feels like it's got a lot of rear bias for weight. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty heavy. And part of the problem I saw right away putting it together is the batteries in the back. All right, guys. Well, you saw how that run went, so we got a little bit to talk about on this one here. But let's just get to the rating system on this first. Overall damage, there was no damage at all with this thing here, so we're going to give it a 5. As far as the transmitter went, it seemed to operate nicely. Every now and then, I felt like I lost connection with the ESC, and I'm not sure if that was a problem with the motor or the transmitter or the ESC, but it just seems like it might have been a little bit of a stall here and there. I do like the feature with that cell phone holder on there, and I think that's going to be, you're going to see more of that in the future from other companies. That was kind of handy. I think you guys would like that. We're going to give that a 5. Overall handling, well, that's where this thing really doesn't shine very well at all. You can see when I hit some of these inclines, they were 10-15% inclines. Thing was rolling right over backwards. And a lot of that is just because of where the electronics placement is. If you look inside, there's really no room because of the design of the full interior on this truck. There's really no other place to put this ESC and a battery and all that except for right in the back of the truck. And when you install the battery, because of the length of the leads, it actually ends up here in the back window of the rear of the truck. All right, so between the battery being high, the ESC, the receiver, the spare tire, the safari rack, all that extra weight on the back high is going to tend to make this thing flip over backwards. As far as overall handling on this, we're giving this a 2. Suspension on this here, we're giving it a 4. It's not oil dampened. They have a little bit more travel than I need. I think they could be a little bit shorter, and that would lower the ride height, making it less prone to tipping over. So we're giving the suspension a 4. As far as the steering goes, it had plenty of throw on the steering, and I think that the steering servo was sufficient, but it could be a little bit stronger. So we're giving the steering a 4. And as far as the brakes go, I had no problem with them. On an incline coming down or up, the truck would hold itself on the hill. You let off the throttle, it would slow down and stop, no problem. So we're giving the brakes a 5. And then the overall electronics is where this thing actually needs some help. I think it's just as the low-end electronics in this period from beginning to end, the weaker servo, the cogging with the throttle response. I just think that the placement of it all detracts from the quality of the truck. So we're giving the overall electronics a 3. Overall, this truck is the 31, and so far this is the lowest score of any of the low-end crawlers I've purchased. Again, this is only $70, and we're rating these as they are out of the box. But I'll tell you what, if you look at the value you're getting here, pretty much any crawler I've had of these 124 scale, first thing to go is tire and wheel package. Gone, just replace them with something better and something a little bit heavier. So, I mean, for me, not officially, but for me to look at it, they don't detract from the value because I junk them anyway. The body is pretty nice, and a nice scale body like this, typically you end up paying 25 or 30 bucks for a nice scale body. And this one here is scale. It's nice. It's got, the molded grills and all the molded hardware, full lighting package, the pod lights, the light front, the rear lights, everything, is lit, completely lit. So that's a pretty neat feature. Nice alloy frame. Suspension, the first thing you do after the tires is you put new shocks on it, maybe longer travel or oil dampened. And then while you're at it, just if you guys 3D print, you make up a new platform for your ESC receiver over here, or you can cut this one down. I was thinking maybe even reverse it and put it back in. It's only held in by 2 screws on each side. And then you move your ESC and receiver forward, the battery up front, lower in the lower center of gravity. So with the transmission being all metal gear, the rear ends being metal gear, ball bearings throughout, I mean, I think the drive line is pretty solid, for a small truck like this. I think you'd be fine with that. So is this a good platform to build off of? I think it is. And I think for 70 bucks, it's okay. But it's not something that I think I would buy and say, oh yeah, this is my favorite crawler out of the box, because it's far from that. It looks cool, and I think it's got a lot of potential. But like I said, we're judging these out of the box. So tell me what you think. Is this something that you guys would be interested in for yourself? Is it worth buying something like this as just a builder's platform? Let me know in the comments. And if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't, and we'll see you next time.